Well, Walter, this one's for you. You asked for it, and I bored everybody else, but you still seem to like these. So this is back nine. I got up to hole number 6 by the water pond this time, and there I am, just taking off from the little shed there on number 15. And now we're heading up to hole number 16 over the green. And I'm kind of looking back sideways here, so if I'm looking haywire, that's just because that's the way I am. I gotta watch what I'm doing. The first time I'm doing a voiceover with PIP in it. And we're going up higher. There's the props as I'm going forward. And we're slowly moving up to the pond on number 6. That's the tee box, 17 on the left there, the left side of the pond. And here is a little higher, looking straight down at number 16. We know those bunkers quite well, eh? And here we are. I'm over by the shed. I'm quite a ways away, and I'm trying to get close to that flag and circle around it. But then I got a little scared that I might hit it, so I just decided to go straight up again. And I don't have much success with automatic exposure on the camera, because when you turn the plane around, it's dark one way and light the other way, but that all turns out good. It's a different perspective of the golf course. There we are, just off number 17 tee box going up. Nope. I gotta learn to slow this thing down when I'm swinging it back and forth too. There's number 14 tee box and the pond by number 17, and number 6 tee box just past the mold shed there. That's the furthest I've been away, and that's the legal point where I have to turn around right there anyway. I'm no longer allowed to lie. Well, it's in Class E territory, and that line goes in an arch right from there right down to about number 10 tee box. And anywhere along there, inside there on the back nine, I can fly. And I had quite a good time out there. There was hardly anybody on the golf course. There's going down number 14 fairway. Bunker on the right, Jimmy's bunker. This bunker amazes me from the air here on number 14. Oops, it's swinging out of view. There it is back in. That is one large, long bunker on number 14. And that little one there on 14 on the right gets you in trouble. And then, of course, too, protecting the green, they can be quite a nuisance too. Well, the sun's getting brighter and I'm getting lighter, and it's on automatic lock exposure, but it seems to be not working. If you look by that shed, I'm in the shade. It's the only way I can see the screen. And there's the loop on the cart path heading up to 17. Now we're flying back over 14. There's number 13 on the far side there. The horse swung by way too fast. And there's Craig, the greenskeeper. He seen me flying the drone there, and he come over and started chatting with me and says, "Are you spying on me?" And I said, "Nope." I says, "I just come up here with the drone because there's hardly anybody at the golf course, and I'm out of the way, and it's just a good place to fly." And he must have known the regulations, because he says, "Yeah, you're only allowed on the back nine, eh?" I don't know how he knew that, but the clubhouse does have a drone of their own, from what I gather. It's Curtis Rogers' old one. And there's number 12, the little swamp pond by 12, the green up there. And there's some carts just teeing off on 13 going up. And there's me in the shade down there, flying over. I'm in the sun there, but when I'm in the shade at that building there, flying it where I can see the screen better, it stinks like pee. I don't know why. I guess everybody pees there. And there's 14 green. And now we're swinging around. There's the maintenance shed, and this is the first time I've gone that far over. And you have to have visual line of sight of the drone at all times. And once I got just over the other side of the highway there on the railway tracks, I had to turn around, because I could see the drone, but I had no idea which way it was going, other than looking at the screen on the computer on the phone while I'm flying it. it's got a little arrow that tells you which way the drone's facing and where you are. So that's as far as I've gone over that way. And that mill's still quite a ways away when you're up in the air. The railway tracks going down to the mill and the plant. And there's that exposure thing I was telling you about. It's dark and light, and the camera changes. And someday I should learn how to do manual, but then when you're flying, you're changing the settings all the time when you're flying into the sun and out of the sun. And I don't know, I thought I cut some of that out. I tried to cut this, I cut it down from 28 minutes to 9 or 8 or 9. And where it stops and looks like that for a long time, like part of this should have been cut out too, but it's done now. The music's in, the sound's in. And if you see it jerking like that, my computer is getting so old and so slow, there's a lot of lag in it. I don't know what they're doing there at the golf course there. They've got it all leveled out and everything there, where they used to have the bush piles and the compost. And I heard they were building something there, but I don't know what it was. I can't remember. But there's a little higher view. If I fly there again, I'm going to go up to 400 feet or 300 feet and do a whole scan of the golf course from up high. Legally, I can only go 400 feet. And the drones are pretty well, now they're programmed to stop you from doing things you know you shouldn't be doing. This doesn't stop you at 400 feet, but it starts beeping and warning you that you are, and that's in North America, like US, Canada, 400 feet is the limit that you're supposed to fly. And we're going back over to the shed. Just for the heck of it, I set this thing on automatic return to home because I hadn't tested it from a distance. And it's flying back from the maintenance shed to here by itself. I'm not touching anything. And when it gets about a little closer, it's going to stop, and then it's going to come straight down by itself. That's if you ever lose contact with it or lose sight of it, or your phone dies or the battery is going on the receiver. It should technically come home by itself, and that's what it's doing right now. It's lowering itself, and then I'm going to grab control of it here. Right about there, I'm grabbing control. I'm going to take it back up and go flying some more. Like I say, this was 28 minutes of video. Cut it down quite a bit. And you can only fly around 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, so much. I haven't been on 18. There's a line out through there where I'm not allowed to fly. And this here should have been cut out, cropped out a little shorter too, because I don't need to sit there and look at the smoggy air. It was a little, I don't know if that was a little bit of fog left over or it was a bit of smoke in the air, but it was pretty hazy over the river. Now we're just bombing around. Let's see, where are we heading here now? It's back to 17, pardon me, 16. It's quite a horseshoe little bunker. You don't know it's that curved around that much. And there I am by the shed. You can see me standing there in the shade where I can see the phone screen. And in 28 minutes, I think there was 5 golfers went that I seen on the back. 28 minutes of flying, and I was zooming around. There was looks like there might be some over there just teeing off on 11 there now. And Greg was out doing his thing on the greens and checking the moisture content or something. And we're getting to the end of the video, and I yacked through the whole thing. But that's it. I had a good time making it. I'm going to fly it again, but I don't know if I'm going to record anymore.